What's good, everybody? It is your boy Tony the Savant back again. Hope everybody's having a good to great day, man. If y'all don't mind, swing by the Instagram page, Tony the Savant. Give your boy a follow as I'm dropping exclusive content over there going live this evening. We're gonna be talking about some boxing and some. We move around the sports world, man. We do what we do, but Instagram for sure. Twitter, X, whichever one makes you more comfortable. If you don't mind, swing by there as I'm getting into the Twitter spaces. Shout out to my boy Wildcard Moore. Introduced me to that platform. So having fun over there, dropping some exclusive stuff. Got a bombshell episode one over there. And well, I don't want to call it episode one. It's just a post where we covering some of them PED allegations with LeBron James. Um, Also, the Facebook page, man, that's the headquarters. I drop all the daily updates of what's going on with the Tony Savant movement, the shows, the clips, all that good stuff. And then, of course, right here, the home, the hub, the YouTube page where I drop all the videos. Got the lives, the Tony the Savant show here on the YouTube platform. So just doing a lot of work and just trying to, dispense it so, I don't overwhelm one one platform with too much stuff, as I can do this all day, every day. But I try to portion out everything, so I can do it in due diligence and make sure it's educational as well as entertaining. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on about myself. Let's get into the topic. Why don't we? As there are 8 teams in the Western Conference right now, y'all, that are have 40 wins before they had 30 losses. This was crazy. I was not aware of this until this morning. Oh, just a little while ago, actually. I'm going through my headlines, my daily news for the day. I come across the Western Conference standings, and I'm looking at it. I'm going down the list, and I say, well, it is only 2 weeks left in the NBA season, and every one of these teams are at least 10 games above 500. We're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have probably been my favorite team outside of the Minnesota Timberwolves this year. Both these teams have emerged as Western Conference juggernauts this year. They are just out. They just running teams out of the gym. Well, the OKC Thunder right now are at 48-20 with a 3-game win streak. Right now, we got the defending NBA champions Denver Nuggets 49-21 with a 2-game win streak. Got the Minnesota Timberwolves, as mentioned before, still without Karl-Anthony Towns, but they have been able to maintain their standings in the top 3, as they have been essentially going, jockeying for the number 1 spot with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the defending champion Denver Nuggets. We got the surpriser for me, the Los Angeles Clippers, who I do not believe are serious. I think these guys are going to have a early exit from the playoffs, but I'm waiting to see. I said I'm going to reserve my criticism of the Clippers until they get pushed out of the playoffs, if it's to happen. But they are 43-25, very impressive record with a 1-game win streak. Pelicans have another surprise this season, another one of my favorite teams. I meant to mention them, as Zion has been emerging as a superstar this year. I mean, we already knew what Zion was capable of, but he's actually showing why the New Orleans Pelicans were hesitant on letting him go. In spite of all of the shenanigans that Zion Williamson has had going on off the court, on the court, we cannot deny that Zion is a freak of nature, man. You know what I mean? And he's doing all of this. Zion Williamson is no taller than Michael Jordan. So you got to realize this kid could be the most athletic dude in the league since Michael Jordan and Vince Carter. You know what I mean? I can't really think of somebody, that was consistently athletic outside of Vince Carter and Michael Jordan. And, we had a couple guys in between there, Zach LaVine, Jason Williams, which I think that was his name. Not Jason Williams. What was the kid? Number 23 for Golden State when he won his name is eluding me right now. But we had some athletic guys. We got athletic guys now, of course. but Zion is just on another planet with it. So I'm happy to see that things are finally starting to pan out for him in his NBA career. Moving right along, we got the Dallas Mavericks, who have been not so much a surprise to me, but I was always kind of hesitant to see what would happen between Kyrie Irving and Luka, and it's looking like they are finally gelling after a season and a half together. Kyrie didn't he get traded over there last season, so um, they had a little time now, got a little time under their belt to get familiar, build some chemistry. Happy to see the Dallas Mavericks are in the mix again. I'm a big Luka fan. I'm on the cusp with Luka. I know he's still young, displaying generational talent as well, but I need to see Luka take it up to the next spot, to the next level, show a little grit and grind in those big games. Luka has not in my memory anyway, has like a meltdown or anything like that in the playoffs. But again, I got to see all these stats, these triple doubles, and all that stuff is good. It's good for the video games. But in real life, we admire the greats, and the greats are the ones that are able to get the hardware, the trophies. You know what I mean? Luca hasn't even gotten an MVP yet. I know he was in the mix earlier this season, but I just want to see him take that next step. I'm a fan of Luka Doncic as well as Uncle Drew. We got the Phoenix Suns, who I've always said were a distraction. That was my opinion of them earlier this season. In fact, I had a video that I was going to drop on the Phoenix Suns around Christmas, but just at that time I was busy, doing the family thing. So I wasn't able to drop that video, but I was going into some deep details as far as what I truly thought about this team. And ultimately, the punchline in the whole story was that I don't think that the Phoenix Suns are serious. I think this team is a distraction. I think anywhere that Kevin Durant is right now is a distraction. The NBA, they give him all this press as if he's on LeBron James and Steph Curry level. But Kevin Durant is probably the second greatest role player behind LeBron James. He's just not. I don't see what everybody had. I'm gonna say this. I've always been a fan of Kevin Durant as a basketball player. If I was watching Kevin Durant play at the Y, you know what I mean, I pick him up on my team. I like Kevin Durant's game in that sense. But if I gotta bet my money on the Phoenix Suns versus the Denver Nuggets again, I'm never putting my money on the Phoenix Suns again. Never, bro. After they blew that 20, what was it, 29? Damn, that 20. It was a 20-point lead. They blew it. The Denver Nuggets walked them down. And I lost a lot of money on the Denver Nuggets, on the Phoenix Suns. So at that point, call me a little biased, if you will. But financially and as a basketball fan, the Phoenix Suns are just a distraction for me. But they are sitting at 41-29, as well as with the Dallas Mavericks tied for the sixth spot. I believe the Dallas Mavericks have the tiebreaker, so if they do have to go, as far as seeding goes, the Dallas Mavericks would get the higher seed. And the eighth seed, the Sacramento Kings, who I thought, well, their record says they're 40-29, which is not bad. We're going into the last 2 weeks of the season. But I do want to state that I thought that the Sacramento Kings would take a bigger leap forward as far as, being in the mix with the Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder and even the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets have established themselves as NBA champions. But Sacramento is one of those teams, like I say, I just felt like it was a young core, a young team that was showing a lot of growth and chemistry. And to me personally, I just felt like they was going to take that next step forward. Now, they are, as far as record goes, impressive, not bad. Just they are in the juggernaut. They are in the conference of the juggernauts in the Western Conference. But at the same time, I feel like they should be right there they should be them and the Pelicans should trade spots, if you will. They should be right there in the fifth seed, fourth seed, because when they went into the playoffs last year, they was the third seed, I believe. So that's just my opinion of the Sacramento Kings. Although I'm a huge fan of what they got going on over there. De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, of course, Malik Monk. has totally disproven LeBron James and Clutch and all those guys as far as him being trash. So I just love what they have going on. I just feel like their record, they might be better than their record says right now. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But that's just my opinion of the Western Conference. Like I said, I seen this Western Conference rankings. And I just had, the standings, and I just had to say something about this because this is impressive. This just goes to show that the Western Conference is the class of the NBA, always has been. Outside of the Michael Jordan years, you know what I mean? The Eastern Conference had like the golden era of big men outside of a few names. But I just think that the Western Conference right now, the NBA Finals is going to go through the Western Conference, whichever team is to make it, and we'll see what happens. Because nothing really to brag about outside of the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks in the East right now. I mean, I'm very impressed with what the Orlando Magic were able to do. Who else was I looking at? Let me do a separate video. We're going to cover the East. But nonetheless, it's your boy, Tony the Savant. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Thank y'all for the love and support. Y'all the bosses. I'm the only one that can get the job done. Let me get back to work because the takeover will be live stream. Peace.